Jeremiah chapter 9. O that mine head were full of water, and my eyes a fountain of tears, that I might weep day and night for the slain, the daughter of my people. O that I had in the wilderness a cottage of wayfaring men, that I might leave my people and go from them, for they be all adulterers, and an assembly of rebels. And they bend their tongues like their bows for lies, but they have no courage for the truth upon the earth. For they proclaim the evil to worse, and they have not known me, saith the Lord. Let everyone take heed of his neighbor, and trust you not in any brother, for every brother will use deceit, and every friend will deal deceitfully. And everyone will deceive his friend, and will not speak the truth, for they have taught their tongue to speak lies, and take great pains to do wickedly. Thine habitation is in the midst of deceivers. Because of their deceit they refuse to know me, saith the Lord. Therefore thus saith the Lord of hosts, Behold, I will melt them, and try them, for what should I else do for the daughter of my people? Their tongue is an arrow shot out, and speaketh deceit. One speaketh peaceably to his neighbor with his mouth, but in his heart he layeth wait for him. Shall I not visit them for these things, saith the Lord? Or shall not my soul be avenged on a nation as this? Upon the mountains will I take up a weeping and a lamentation, and upon the fair places of the wilderness a mourning, because they are burnt up, so that none can pass through them, neither can men hear the voice of the flock. Both the fowl of the air and the beast are fled away and gone. And I will make Jerusalem an heap, and a den of dragons, and I will make the cities of Judah waste without an inhabitant. Who is wise to understand this, and to whom the mouth of the Lord hath spoken? Even he shall declare it. Why doth the land perish, and is burnt up like a wilderness, that none passeth through? And the Lord saith, Because they have forsaken my law, which I set before them, and have not obeyed my voice, neither walked thereafter, but have walked after the stubbornness of their own heart, and after Baal, which their fathers taught them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Behold, I will feed this people with wormwood, and give them the waters of gall to drink. I will scatter them also among the heathen, whom neither they nor their fathers have known, and I will send a sword after them, till I have consumed them. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Take heed, and call for the mourning women, that they may come, and send for the skillful women, that they may come. And let them make haste, and let them take up a lamentation for us, for our eyes may cast out tears, and our eyelids gush out of water. For a lamentable noise is heard out of Zion. How we are destroyed and utterly confounded, for we have forsaken the land, and our dwellings have cast us out. Therefore hear the word of the Lord, O ye women, and let your ears regard the words of his mouth, and teach your daughters to mourn, and everyone her neighbor to lament. For death is come up into our windows, and is entered into our palaces, to destroy the children without, and the young men in the streets. Speak, thus saith the Lord, the carcasses of men shall lie, even as the dung upon the field, and as the handful after the mower, and none shall gather them. Thus saith the Lord, Let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, nor the strong man glory in his strength, neither the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me. For I am the Lord, which show mercy, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will visit all them which are circumcised with the uncircumcised, Egypt and Judah and Edom, and the children of Ammon and Moab, and all the utmost corners of them that dwell in the wilderness. For all these nations are uncircumcised, and all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in the heart. Jeremiah chapter 10. Hear ye the word of the Lord that he spaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not afraid for the signs of heaven, though the heathen be much afraid of such. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, which is the work of the hands of the carpenter, with an axe, and another decketh it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers, that it fall not. The idols stand up as the palm tree, but speak not. They are born because they cannot go. Fear them not, for they cannot do evil, neither can they do good. There is none like unto thee, O God. Thou art great, and thy name is great in power. Who would not fear thee, O King of nations? For to thee appertaineth the dominion. For among all the wise men of the Gentiles and in all their kingdoms there is none like thee. But altogether they dote and are foolish, for the stock is of a doctrine of vanity. Silver plates are brought from Tarshish, and gold from Uphaz, for the work of the workmen and the hands of the founder. The blue silk and the purple is their clothing. All these things are made by cunning men. But the Lord is the God of truth. He is the living God and an everlasting King. At his anger the earth shall tremble, and the nations cannot abide his wrath. Thus shall you say unto them, the gods that have not made the heavens and the earth shall perish from the earth, and from under these heavens. He hath made the earth by his power, and established the world by his wisdom, and hath stretched out the heaven by his discretion. He giveth by his voice the multitude of waters in the heaven, and he causeth the clouds to ascend from the ends of the earth. He turneth lightnings to rain, and bringeth forth the wind out of his treasures. Every man is a beast by his own knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image, for his melting is but falsehood, and there is no breath therein. They are vanity and the work of errors. In the time of their visitation they shall perish. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the maker of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. Gather up thy wares out of the land, O thou that dwellest in strong place. For thus saith the Lord, behold, at this time I will throw as with a sling the inhabitants of the land, and will trouble them, and they shall find it so. Woe is me for my destruction and my grievous plague. But I thought, yet it is my sorrow, and I will bear it. My tabernacle is destroyed, and all my cords are broken. My children are gone from me, and are not. There is none to spread out my tent any more, and to set up my curtains. For the pastors are become beasts, and have not sought the Lord. Therefore have they none understanding, and all the flocks of their pastures are scattered. Behold, the noise of the brute is come, and a great commotion out of the north country, to make the cities of Judah desolate, and a den of dragons. O Lord, I know the way of man is not in himself, neither is it in man to walk and to direct his steps. O Lord, correct me, but with judgment, not in thine anger, lest thou bring me to nothing. Pour out thy wrath upon the heathen that know thee not, and upon the families that call not to thy name. For they have eaten up Jacob, and devoured him, and consumed him, and made his habitation desolate. Jeremiah chapter 11. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Hear ye the words of this covenant, and speak unto the men of Judah, and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And say thou unto them, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, The Cursed be the man that obeyeth not the words of this covenant, which I commanded unto your fathers when I brought them out of the land of Egypt, from the iron furnace, saying, Obey my voice, and do according to all these things which I command you. So shall ye be my people, and I will be your God, that I may confirm the oath that I have sworn unto your fathers, to give them a land which floweth with milk and honey, as appeareth this day. Then answered I, and said, So be it, O Lord. Then the Lord said unto me, Cry all these words in the city of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem, saying, Hear ye the words of this covenant, do them. For I have protested unto your fathers, when I brought them up out of the land of Egypt unto this day, rising early and protesting, saying, Obey my voice. Nevertheless they would not obey, nor incline their ear, but everyone walked in the stubbornness of his wicked heart. Therefore I will bring upon them all the words of this covenant, which I commanded them to do, but they did it not. And the Lord said unto me, A conspiracy is found among the men of Judah, and among the inhabitants of Jerusalem. They are turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused to hear my words, and they went after other gods to serve them. Thus the house of Israel and the house of Judah have broken my covenant which I made with their fathers. Therefore thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will bring a plague upon them, which they shall not be able to escape, and though they cry unto me, I will not hear them. Then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go, and cry unto the gods, unto whom they offer incense. But they shall not be able to help them in their time of trouble. For according to the number of thy cities were thy gods, O Judah, and according to the number of the streets of Jerusalem have ye set up altars of confusion, even altars to burn incense unto Baal. Therefore thou shalt not pray for this people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them. For when they cry unto me in their trouble, I will not hear them. What should my beloved tarry in mine house, seeing that they have committed abomination with many, and the holy flesh goeth away from me? Yet when thou doest evil, thou rejoicest. The Lord called thy name, a green olive tree, fair and of goodly fruit. But with noise and great tumult he hath set fire upon it, and the branches of it are broken. For the Lord of hosts that planted thee hath pronounced a plague against thee, for the wickedness of the house of Israel and the house of Judah, which they have done against themselves, to provoke me to anger in offering incense unto Baal. And the Lord hath taught me, and I know it. Even then thou showest me their practices. But I was like a lamb or a bullock that is brought to the slaughter, and I knew not that they had devised thus against me, saying, Let us destroy the tree with the fruit thereof, and cut him out of the land of living, that his name may be no more in memory. But, O Lord of hosts, that judgest righteously, and triest the reins of the heart, let me see thy vengeance on them, for unto thee have I opened my cause. The Lord therefore speaketh thus of the men of Anathoth, that seeketh thy life, and say, Prophesy not in the name of the Lord, that thou die not by our hands. Thus therefore saith the Lord of hosts, Behold, I will visit them. The young men shall die by the sword, their sons and their daughters shall die by famine, and none of them shall remain. For I will bring a plague upon the men of Anathoth, even the year of their visitation.